this on my computer. Yo, I'm gonna forewarn y'all, this could be long, but you know, it's gonna be all nuggets. You feel me? So, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. For one, I've been saying for like I don't even know how long, like a few weeks, maybe even a month, that I was gonna make a smart money concept video. So I'm gonna go over everything that I know about smart money, and I'm gonna give that to you guys. That's gonna be one. But I think it's very important that we talk about a lot of other things, especially I know I saw in the chat we got a few new people on here, you know, stuff like that. So we're gonna talk about a wide variety of things. Also, like you definitely should ask questions. You know, right now I feel that we're definitely gonna continue to grow with as many people as we're getting now. So definitely want to make sure that you guys are asking questions. So, you know, if we got 170 people or 200 people in here, like we need 200 questions unless y'all know everything. You feel me? So let's make this very interactive. There's a Q&A. So please ask questions. If you don't understand something, if you need me to slow down, if I'm going too fast, let me know, because this is the weekend. So this is where we put in that study time. This is where you hone in on your skills, so that way we can be a beast on Sunday night. All right. So, all right, man. Let's see this. Yeah, it's being recorded. So let me see. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post. I'm reading what some people said. Yeah, my bad. I ain't know. Hey, look, so, you know, on Saturdays and Sundays, like on Monday through Friday, like when I do London sessions, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, like we, you know, are more in a professional setting. You know, like we're gonna vibe here a little bit, so you know, we might digress a little bit. I don't know if y'all have ever like, I think there might be some people on here that have been on like the Damo after sessions. So if you've been on Damo after sessions, y'all about to get a little taste if y'all haven't been on it. So, Coach Domination. All right, bet. Cool. So, all right. So the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna talk about the main thing I know everybody's been asking me, like, you know, how we get them sniper entries, how we just go like instant profit all the time, like whatever, you know, stuff like that. And that's because I use smart money concepts, right? So there's a whole big like idea on it. There's a lot of information. It is really hard to find the information outside. I actually learned from a mentor, and I took the bits and pieces that I needed, right? So let's do this. Let's do this. Let me get my chat thing over here. Yeah, it's being recorded. So don't worry. I got y'all. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube probably, and then I'll drop the link. All right, so we're gonna have this blank screen, right? We're not worried about anything. Actually, I was looking at this. Want to see how that does. But we need to go back to this. We don't need to look at any trades right now. This is a learning session, guys. If I can get the thing to move. We're gonna do blank screens. Don't worry about, you know, the pair or nothing. I don't even know what this is. I just wrote something in here so that way we could get a blank screen. So that way I can give you guys everything that I've ever learned as far as smart money concepts. That's our first thing we're gonna talk about. I know somebody asked about like US 30. I saw it in the Q&A already. I'm gonna show you guys a strategy that I use added to smart money to trade indices. Like I use this like when we trade. I usually use it on US 30. Like SPX is a little slower. But US 30, when I want to catch those big moves, I'm going to show y'all what I do. All right. So if you're ready to learn all of this stuff today on a Saturday night, man, first off, I want to commend, like, y'all are on here trying to learn how to make some money. Okay. So I want y'all to drop some 777s in the chat for yourselves for even being on here. Right. Because y'all are, it's Saturday night. Like, man, you know, we could be drinking or, you know, partying or something, but we're on the call, like, trying to learn how to make some money, okay? Some people are dropping 21. Geeks. All right. So look, let's get on with it. Let's get on with this, man. Let's not prolong it because, you know, like I said, this could be quite lengthy. But I want to make sure y'all get everything y'all need. And like I said, just make sure y'all ask any questions. If you don't understand anything, you need me to slow down. Because I'm gonna pull up one chart too. I know there's one I really like, your USD's chart, but I need it to be blank. Because I'm gonna show y'all like if y'all know how to back test, like we're gonna back test and do all of that on here too. So because everything I'm about to teach y'all can't just like, you know, just take it and just throw it into your strategy. Like you gotta back test it. All right. So that's one thing. All right. So cool. So there's like 3 main concepts when I teach smart money, right? The main one is fairly simple, and that's why I teach it the most, because it's really, really easy to use this strategy. Yes, you can use it. Yeah, I mean, I mark my, like, sometimes a chart don't even look the same on TradingView as it does on MetaTrader. So I'll be like, yo, let me mark it up on MetaTrader. So because I see smart money candle, you know, on a H4 or something, and I'll mark it up on there. And it's not the same on here. It's not showing that smart money candle or the smart money pattern that I'm looking for on TradingView, but I see it on MetaTrader. So now I know where I'm trying to enter. You know what I mean? So yes, it definitely, like, use it anywhere. All right, bet. So the first strategy, the most simple one that I teach all the time, the one that like gets most of those sniper entries that we like to get. I think last week we were like 3-0 on the live sessions. Like every session I did, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we won every session. So a lot of people were like, man, you really need to do a smart money video so we like can follow suit. You know what I mean? So that's what we about to do. But all right. So look, like, don't laugh at my stuff. You know, I'm not an artist. And I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. But I like the way I did it on another chart. So I'm gonna do it like this because this is a lot easier for you to understand, right? So hold on, let me get my text chat. So this is gonna be smart. What is this one? Smart money concept. I can't even spell. Smart money concept. This one is gonna be mitigation. Right, and this is the main one that I teach. I don't even know if that's how you spell mitigation. It's not. Mitigation, right? So well, this one's really, this like the simplest one to do. So I'm gonna write down the rules first. That'll make it easy for me. So rules, you gotta follow these rules. If I can type, we can follow the rules. All right. So rule number 1, right? It's and if you're going in a trend, right, and you're at the bottom or you're at the top, right, it's going to be, you're going to look for the last, let's say if it's an uptrend, the last bullish candle in an uptrend. All right, so you're gonna look for that. My wife cooking, so good. Look for the last bullish candle in an uptrend, or look for the last candle in the last bearish candle in a downtrend. Right. Step 2 is you want to look for an impulsive. It is frozen. I can't help you with it frozen. It's frozen. Look for an impulsive move in the opposite. Bro, I can't spell today. Opposite, yeah. Direction. All right, so look for an impulsive move in the opposite direction. Now, when this impulsive move happens, the next thing you want to look for is that impulsive move needs to create, let me just put it here. The impulsive move needs to create an engulfing pattern, okay? And then the last step you do for this is you put a line, number 3, put a line at the open of the last bullish or bearish candle as long as it was an engulfing pattern. Okay. All right. So those are like the main 3 rules, right? I wanted to write them down so like you guys like can see the rules here on the side, all right? And then you also can, I'm gonna do it, right, as like this. So, all right. So look. So I'm gonna show you guys both ways. All right. So we're gonna start from this one's gonna be the top, right? So for me and how most people see the markets, they usually, well, some people use blue. So this is gonna be a bullish candle, okay? All right. And this is gonna be, red is gonna stand for our bearish candle. All right. I'm a perfectionist, guys, okay? So bear with me. All right, so look. So remember, the first thing you have to look for is what? The last up move. So let me do this so like it makes sense. Because obviously that's the last one because it's the only one there. All right, so make that one a little bit longer. Copy another one. Make that one small or whatever. All right. So right here, we identify this candle right here. Right. This one here as our last up candle. So it's the last, I always say it simply, I don't ever be like the last bullish candle in the uptrend. Like I don't, when I teach like that, I don't, but we're going to get like specific. So look, the last bullish candle in an uptrend. So if this trend were, I don't want to do all of that. So we don't need all of that extra stuff, but I'm looking for, oh, it's in here. So, you know, let's say this trend has been moving like this, right? And then it kind of gives us that really impulsive move downwards. So I'm gonna delete this. So, oh, dang. That's why I like that back button. Back up. You know, I just learned that was there. I've been using TradingView forever, and I just learned that you could do that. So look, that's your last up candle right there. So we're gonna identify. Oh, I already wrote this. So whoa, what's going on? All right. So we're gonna identify this as our last bullish candle. We should actually like make that blue since we're bullish is red, right? I mean blue. So look, this is our last bullish candle. So the next part of the rule says you wait for an impulsive move in the opposite direction. All right, so you have this big movement here. Life, what are you crying for? You wait for this big, you wait for a impulsive move that it has to engulf. All right, it has to engulf this candle right here. Like the pattern has to look like this. All right, and if you don't know candlestick patterns and all that, I definitely recommend you go like study it a little bit more. But this, ooh, let's try it. Yeah, we'll do that. So this is our engulfing pattern. Oh, let me check that Q&A in a second. All right, so here's our engulfing pattern, right? So that you see it's an engulfing pattern because the blue one gets engulfed by the red one. The red one is bigger in the simplest terms of engulfing pattern. The red one is bigger than the blue one, okay? So you wait for this to happen. Obviously, once the move, like you're not entering like right now. This move is starting to go down. So as this move goes down, all right, this is you can do this on any time frame, but me personally, I don't go past the 1 hour. Yeah. Like go somewhere. Hey, well, go to the room. All right, so look, we're just gonna keep doing this. We're gonna do like one more candle. So. Daddy. Yeah, this is being recorded, guys. Daddy. Hey, go to mom. All right, so look, so you get a very big impulsive move, right? You get this engulfing pattern. The third step of this thing is you now put a line here, right? So, and let me add something too. When I do go to like the time frames, I do like to find them on the higher time frames because those ones will like react almost like perfectly. So, all right, we get this. This is how this move works. Obviously, I add a whole bunch of confirmation and all the other stuff. like different confirmations. I don't just use smart money. I have seen it done in the past, where people they'll put like sell limits or buy limits at these zones, because it like what happens at these zones like is ridiculously crazy. So and it like almost to a T. That's why we're gonna look at some live stuff too. But hold on. All right, look. And I'm purposely doing this like this too as well. What the heck? It won't let me like move it anymore. There we go. Because now I'm gonna show you guys like this is like if it were at the bottom. All right. Bam, 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 bam. Y'all are following me, right? Y'all see what I'm doing? Y'all like get it so far? Does anybody have any questions? Like, actually, let me look at that. Let me look at that Q&A real quick because we got a lot of questions. Yes, I can do that. This is being recorded. What is sniper entry? That's where you get no drawdown. Does it have to be immediately after or just whenever the next impulsive move happens? Yeah, the impulsive move has to like this impulsive move going down has to be at like because the impulsive move has to engulf it. Now I've seen some where they do like, you know, they may only go like this far and then come back. So I prefer this candle to engulf this pretty like I want a bigger candle. Let's just say that. I want this to engulf this pretty like heavily, right? I don't want just like some baby engulf like, oops. I don't want like some baby engulf like that. You know, that's an engulfing pattern, but you know, it still plays out. And I've had situations where I still will take it because I also find like something like a whole bunch of confirmations around there. But I really like ones where they're huge engulfing patterns, right? Because it shows that the bulls are taking over, right? So I also didn't mention, so like if you guys like smart money comes from trying to learn how to trade like the banks. If you guys understand how the banks trade, then you understand how to truly um, trade smart money concepts. Like that's the whole purpose of learning smart money is to trade exactly like the banks because the banks are the ones who move the markets. So if you learn how to trade like them, creates a lot. Hold on, what's it say? Does it okay, I already answered that. Does it matter what time frame that we look at? I don't look past the 1 hour. I wouldn't say there's a specific time frame that is most effective on it. Like it works. Yeah, I'm gonna maximize my screen. I'm just trying to, for whatever reason, like I can't ever answer Q&A unless I like minimize my screen. So I wouldn't say there's a specific time frame. I've seen some people some people that like have learned from me, you know, from here. They've been using it on like 15-minute time frames, and I know Jabril he actually uses on a lower time frame, like smart money concept. So, you know, it just depends how you feel. Me, I don't like to go past the 1 hour. When I'm trading indices, I'll go to the 15-minute. Um, but when I'm trading like normal pairs, I don't go past the 1 hour. That's just my preference. Whatever you like to do is whatever you like to do. Is it a bearing engulf? Mr. Francis or Miss Francis, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do you use this concept on the 1 hour below, 1 hour above? Do you use this concept on the 1 hour and below or the 1 hour and above? The 1 hour and above, Miss Angie. Yes, this will be recorded. Yeah, so the line where it's at, that's where it's not going to be necessarily the entry point, but it'll be where you're trying to get that entry, like in that area. The I'm not sure, Mr. Carter. I'm not sure what the question you're answering. What is? I'm not sure how to answer that. Where's the step 3 line on the second pattern? Okay, I'm about to show you. Okay, so I've answered all the questions. All right, so let's get back to it. So look, this is the last bearish candle, right? So remember, the step 3 is to put a line at the open of the last bullish or bearish candle, right? So you see we put a line at the bearish candle, right, at the open of it. So if you guys know how candle will work, if it's a bullish candle, it opens at the bottom. If it's a bearish candle, it opens at the top, right? So you put a line there, right? Because look, this is an engulfing pattern, right? So this is at the bottom, right? So let's pretend that this is a daily time frame. On daily time frames, I'll definitely do stuff like this where I'll find smart money at the top and I'll find smart money at the bottom because those are key points where I can play off of, and I can go back and forth as long as they respect, right? So I have done it like down to like the 2 hours sometimes because my favorite time frames are the daily, 4 hour, 2 hour, and 1 hour. So those are the time frames I really like pay attention to. Um, but like I said, I'll find smart money at the top and the bottom because like you guys have to understand, like if you're trying to trade like the bank. So if you guys didn't know, banks never lose, right? Banks are always in two moves. They hedge. So if you don't know what that means they're in a buy and a sell at the same time, usually on the same pair. Actually, mostly on the same pair. So they hedge a lot of how they trade, right? But they do it um, in a way that is like I really smell like something's burning. Oh, my house will burn down. They do it in a way that is like is so simple to see. Like with all there's like two other concepts that I know that I'm gonna show you guys as well. That I go like deep into. Sometimes I talk about on the sessions, but this is like the most basic, specific one. So this is our engulfing pattern here. I'm also doing this because I'm gonna screenshot these too, and I'm gonna like save them so people have them as well. Where's that chat box? There we go. Where would you put your SL? I'm about to get that. I'm gonna give you guys every single thing. So I know I'm trying to go slower because I don't want to go too fast and then we're gonna have to go back and forth. But look, so this is how it works. So now we've got all three steps. So now the concept that you're looking for, or the move that you're looking for, right, is this. Actually, let's just copy this. Right. So it doesn't matter. Like I'm gonna try to like not make this perfect. We're gonna make this like this. All right. So this is a good example. Although the move that it drops, like this one, this is a good this would be a good opportunity. How it would play out is this candle obviously would drop down here, right? However, what's going to happen is when that move does come down, it's gonna it's gonna do this. I'm trying to put it in the middle of it. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna get it right in the middle. That's close enough. All right, this is what's gonna happen. You're either like it doesn't always happen perfectly. There are some times where we're in drawdown for a little bit, but nothing to like stress over. Because I like to. I mean, I feel like I'm a beast when I can show like a daily time frame wick entry or a 4-hour time frame wick entry. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like that's some beast stuff. Like that's sniper entry for real. So I feel like a beast when I can do that. So if we're in a little bit of drawdown, like if you were on the 1 hour or something, I'm cool with that. But most, I'm gonna say like 7 times out of 10, when you find smart money, it's gonna do exactly so. It's actually gonna do like a lot cleaner than that. It's gonna be like a lot. I'm not gonna say cleaner. It's gonna be a lot sexier. It's gonna be like this. Because this is showing you that there's bullish momentum. So it'll be something like this that'll happen, right? Right, because that also shows that there's still the bullish momentum. But when you lined up all your confirmations, or if you're one of those people that does decide to do, you know, what is it called? Buy limits or sell limits or pending orders, whatever you decide to do, then you can do that. But look, so pretty much this is like how these play out, right? So let's do this one. Actually, I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna give you guys a good example of what not to do as well. The open is at the bottom, the close at the top. That's not how it will look. So boom, boom, yeah, it would look like that. Look like this. All right, so now we're gonna get on how to enter these moves. Okay, so when you're entering this, whether you do sell limit or whatever you decide to do, usually I wait for like as many confirmations as I can. So like I'll look for, like maybe I have a trend line come on something like this. Maybe I have a trend line, something like this, right? Close. We're gonna pretend that's a really good trend line. Maybe I'll have like a really good trend line. Maybe there's a really decent zone as well, like right in that area. And when you're doing smart money, it like they tend to like work around zones too. So you usually have a bunch of confirmations. Like if I don't have 4 confirmations, I'm not entering. I don't care if there's smart money there or not. I'm not entering. So that might be another thing that I do. Let's say that's the move, that wick down exactly to the 618. The 618 and the 7 are my kill shot zones. That's like where I get wick entries as well. So I definitely use that along with the smart money for confirmation. So let's say I have all these confirmations, right? I got a zone, that's 1. I have my smart money line, that's 2. I got the fibs, which is 3. And then on the 4th one, like if that's all that I would have gotten, because like let's say we got a head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulders, or whatever, I'll use some of those too, or harmonic patterns. It doesn't matter. Like I'll use anything to my advantage to give me more confirmations to why this is gonna sell or buy. Okay, so as we're looking at this, right? I'm gonna delete all this stuff. So I'll just give you guys an example like of confirmations I'll look for. The idea is when price gets here. So let's pretend that let's do it like this. So let's pretend that price was down here. This is like price is right here. So the wick is a little bit longer. Ugh. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist. Okay, so look, the candle's down here, but we're on a higher time frame. This is also why I do it on higher time frames, because when I enter a trade, I go on the 15-minute or 30-minute, sometimes the 5, but rarely the 5. I don't like the 5 that much. But the 15 or the 30-minute, that's where I enter trades, right? So we would go down. Oh, okay. So we would go down to, like, let's say this is the daily time frame that we're looking at right now. We would go. I'm obviously I'm not gonna do the little itty bitty candles, um, but we would go down to like the 4 hour or the 2 hour, and we say, okay, price is down there. So now we want to see how price acts, right? Me personally, I wait for, let me see. I'm gonna do it like this just to make it easier. Candlestick. Here we go. This is perfect. All right. So I'll look for, candlestick patterns. So if you don't know what candlestick patterns are, here's like a good chart. You screenshot it if you want right now. But I'll look for hammers, inverted hammers, dragonfly dojis, bullish engulfing. If you guys didn't know what the engulfings were, so here's a bullish engulfing and a bearish engulfing. All right. So you know what to do. Three crows, evening star, morning stars. Evening stars and the morning stars are like some of my favorite to use. Like, I usually have a high success rate if I with the morning star and the evening stars. So those are ones I really, really like. But any of these patterns I'll take, right? So whenever these patterns happen, right, on that lower time frame while price is here, that would be like my fourth confirmation. Like I said, if I had only three that I just showed you, that would be my fourth confirmation. So then we're gonna enter down here. Now when we enter, right, the picture would be like this. So if this were a buy, we would enter obviously somewhere around here. I'll let price kind of breathe. So another thing I also do. So let me back up real quick. All right. So let's say price is like this. This candle right here doesn't exist, so don't look at it. Right. Price is just like moving down. It's like, obviously y'all know like how the markets work. They move slow, fast, whatever. But it's like creeping down, right? I'll also have, because I'm not one that's gonna sit and pay attention to the charts all day. I don't do that. That's just not me. I don't want to do that. So what I'll do is I'll put an alert. So I don't know if you guys know what call levels is. That's a good one to use. Or if you use Trading View, and if you have the app, because like if I'm not next to my phone, I'll get the ping or whatever, the notification to my phone as well. Right. So when price actually crosses here, I'll be like, okay, time to go look at that chart. Then, I'll let it keep creeping down, let it do its thing, right? We'll get ready to enter. We'll find our last confirmations that we need to enter. Once it's around there, once it gets there and we are ready to go, this is how your picture usually is. Don't mind like the pip size amounts or whatever. None of that matters. Whatever the wick, depending, it also depends on how I feel. Shh. I can't right now. So look, so if they're, let me just put them. All right, so let's just say that left the wick like that. And this, what, my daughter just said she's gonna snitch on me. She said, I'm telling on you, Dad. What is wrong with these children? How can she snitch on me? But look, so in a situation like this, for me, as long as it's not more than like 30 pips, I'm not one, unless I'm trading indices or gold, I ain't trying to do like 40, 50 pip stop loss. I'm gonna just be honest, because my TP1s, I'll be trying to go for 1 to 2 risk to reward always. Like, that's it. I'm trying to make y'all double the money of what you're risking. So hold on, let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Oh, y'all laughing at me? Y'all laughing at my daughter? Yeah. Wait, somebody said 1 hour and above. Stuff like this. What time frame am I trading on? So the time, so 1 hour, the 15 and 30 I use for like entries once price does creep down into my area. All right, so once price does creep up or down into that smart money line, right, I'll go down and I'll look at the 15 and the 30 minute and look for, you know, price action or exhaustion, like vectoring or uh, candlestick patterns, stuff like that. That'll be like my last few confirmations. Um, as far as like finding this smart money, it doesn't matter what time frame. Like, I mean, I'm sure you can do it on the week. You can do it on the month, right? If you start trading on the month and week time frames, you're gonna obviously catch a lot of pips. And two, you're really gonna start trading more and more like the banks. Because if you didn't know, too, banks don't trade on lower time frames. They don't trade on like 4 hour or 2 hour. Right? We just kind of get the aftermath of the stuff that they do. Hey, bro, what are you, a zombie? What the heck? To wait for the candle to close or in that area. So look, let's say this was a daily time frame. The candle, if this happens exactly how we want it to happen, price is not going to stay down here. So price is not even going to stay down here anyway. So that's why we go to the lower time frames, because we want to catch it before this happens, right? So look, so I have my alert there. I wait for price to come down here, right? We go to a lower time frame and we look at those patterns. Like I said, like we look for hammers, inverted hammers, all this stuff, right? We find everything out. Like we look for and another thing I'm going to say too, like if you guys are following these patterns, like if you don't have it's called Japanese candlestick patterns on like the App Store. I don't know if it's the same thing for the Samsung store or whatever. I have an iPhone, so on the App Store, it's called Japanese Candlestick Patterns. And like, if you guys read it, like, cause I see people, they'll be like, oh, you know, the 3 candles up here. Well, where is it? The evening star. They'll be like, okay, it created this one, and this one. And just because it did these 3 candles, right? They'll be like, I'm going to enter. That's not how that's you can get failed patterns, right? So you don't want to get caught in a failed pattern, right? So if you let me see, I want to find like one that shows like how the patterns are supposed to work. Like how it shows on here, you see the 2 faded ones. So this faded one, Halo, you're not a zombie, be quiet. So you wouldn't enter an evening star until this candle. You need to confirm bullish movement. And it has to be, but like this can't be like some like small little bullish like that created, I mean a bearish that created a wick, right? Or if this were a bullish one, this can't be like some small bullish candle that made a wick like bigger than the candle, the body of the candle. So I see a lot of people do that all the time, and that's so incorrect, because you like, if you get a failed one, price will come back. And what if it comes back past your stop loss? So what if what if it puts you? I'm a person. I'm not trying to be in drawdown, and that's why I learned smart money, because I hate drawdown. Because when it was taught to me, that was our biggest motto. Like, we hate drawdown. We just want to get the wick entries, the sniper entries, because that's instant profit, right? So if y'all been on like my sessions and stuff, like y'all see, like we be in like profit like ASAP, because I hate drawdown, and I got it all from learning smart money. So like when it comes to these, like y'all got to make sure y'all are entering at the right times. Like you're following, I think that I haven't read all of the Candlestick Bible. I read like half of it, and then I found Japanese candlestick patterns, which explained it really quickly. So, there's a lot more when it comes to candlestick patterns, but if you really like want the basics, that app like really, really helps. But anyway, so like I said, we'll go on our lower time frame, like where this is a daily time frame. We'll go on our lower time frame, and then price will, like I said, creep down there, and it'll creep past our zone, right, or our smart money, and then we'll catch it, right? This stop loss is below the low right here. Take profit, I'll usually do to the next smart money. Right, I'll either do it to the smart money that's up there, and I'll keep going, or whatever it may be, or structure, or whatever. But for right now, we're just gonna say here. All right. So what'll happen is, price will like start to do its thing. It's that smart money. So then this candle actually is gonna look like this when it's all said and done. Right, and you'll have left this huge wick right here from instant profit. You're like floating like, I don't know, like 1,000,000 pips or whatever. So the two white lines are how wide you should draw your zones. No. This is not a zone that I'm drawing. The white lines are where you want to try to enter, like around that area. I used to do, like, here's another good thing you can teach yourself. Like, I don't use it anymore because I just wait for price to happen when it gets there. But how I was taught right before, like, I made it my own, was once you find like your smart money candle or whatever, this one, the sorry, the smart money pattern, and you identify the last bullish candle or the last bearish candle. What we used to do back in the day is we would measure that bullish candle, the body of it, right, with the fib. So you can use it as a measurement tool too. So measure it. And what we would do, what we see and notice a lot is that if price does continue to creep up a little bit, it'll creep up, and then you can create like this little zone like this, like so. All right, so this now would be, let's say, we're gonna put that blue. This right here would be our smart money zone, right? Me personally, I just wait for price to kind of come around this line, and then I'll find. Do you recommend a buy stop? Nah, I wouldn't recommend any buy stops or sell stops. It would, if you're gonna do pending orders, you would use sell stop. I mean, sell limits or buy limits. But I don't like pending orders personally. So because I want to wait till price. Like, this is why I say, like, I hate pending orders, because if you put a pending order here, right? Let's say you weren't paying attention. Like, the second thing I'm going to teach is smart money traps. So if you get stuck in that trap, like, for no reason, right, it'll like just go straight through your stop loss. And even though this zone was here, but like what I've seen happen too, like stuff like this can happen. Like, you can have this wick actually like come way down here, right, and still leave this, right, still act like this. So you got to be careful, like, of everything. That's why I say, like, you react when it gets here. That's why I have an alert, and I wait for price action, or I wait for candlestick patterns, or I wait for stuff to happen there, just in case, you know, you get those little pushes up, right? So, but this is what we used to do as well. I'm trying to find, there it is. So we're gonna call that our a smart money zone. So if you want to do it specifically like this, this is also a very good way to do it, because you'll see that money, like this, everything will still play out. I'm trying to change the color, but you can actually get back. Like, I'm gonna give an example. Like, back in the day when I used to like do it like this, I would say, because when price gets past a certain point, I kind of want to like back off a little bit. But the ones where I used to get like in that area, like in between here, you can get like a smaller stop loss. That was like probably the major benefit of it. But if you just catch it anywhere right here, like, you're good. You're going to catch the wick entry anyway. So I don't really be stressing off of that. Like I said, you can make a little smart money zone. How you make that smart money zone is like this. Another concept of, you know, looking at this like smart money is the whole supply and demand. How people used to draw supply and demand is like this. So this would be your supply and demand zone. But that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to like digress too much, but like, I know a lot of I'm not gonna say I know it all, or I'm the best, or I'm explaining it the most correct way. But how I was taught, it made a lot of sense. Like, if you just go deeper and deeper into learning how smart money is, the stuff you learn is amazing. But anyway, so like I said, so if you're entering the trade down here, you put your stop loss below the last low, which is over here. You would enter somewhere around there, and the next zone we would take it to is like the next smart money zone, the next structure. Like, if there's a zone up here or something, you know, take it to there for TP1 or whatever, however you want to do it. When you're doing, that's exactly how I do it. Exactly like I just explained. So because that's pretty much, that's the basics. Like, and if we were doing it's the exact same, just like I explained it down here, is the exact same if you're doing it up here. And I even added, like, you can use this smart money zone, right? So this smart money line is where you want to get close to, and you want to find that, like, you want to watch what happens when it gets to that line. But if you want to do something like this, where you want to create that zone, then you can do that as well. It just gives you a little bit more room, I guess, to watch things happen. But that's exactly, that. So let me go and look at this Q&A real quick. What does the white line represent? So the white line represents the mitigation point. Let's say that, like, that's where banks are going to go back to. That's where banks are going to go to grab that liquidity that's there, the supply and demand that's there, whatever you want to call it. Another easy way to think about it is like the pullback, because smart money is also about imbalance. All right. So markets can't just go straight down, and they can't just go straight up. So they have to, that's why pullbacks happen, because they can't just go down and straight up. So you have to get that balance. But if you know where the imbalance is going to go to, that's what makes you, that's going to make you kill it. Because, right, not always, like in this situation right here, right, if we did that, you see, like, it passed my 0.7 and it passed my 0.61, but we knew there was smart money right here. So, it doesn't like say, like, for somebody that just trades technical analysis and they just, they enter off of pullbacks or trend lines or whatever, you don't have to be counted out all the way. This is something you can add to your arsenal, so that way you're, good with it. But that's what the white line represents. Yeah, you can use this on any currency pair. You can use this on indices. I use it on gold indices. I use it on anything. I think I just haven't tried it on cryptos, and that's actually what I was doing with XRP, because I'm actually gonna see. I'm gonna see what happens with this, because if it comes up here, I might send this out. But it looks pretty decent. But I'm gonna explain that when we talk about the smart money trap in a second. How do you know when to decide where the stop loss and take profit is? So that was something I explained on here. So I hate that this like goes in automatically. All right, so your stop loss is always going to be below the last low. So if you entered on this trade, all right, like so, all right, we're going for a short, then your stop loss would be, if there were wicks there above those wicks, and you would come back down here. All right, and if you're for a buy, watch the wicks for liquidation too. I wouldn't say it's liquidation that's there. That's not like, why the banks come back here is because there's liquidity there, because there's like a whole bunch of supply and demand there. So they want to push the market back to get like a better entry, or there's a whole bunch of, like, it's called mitigation. That's what it's called. Can you please let us know where our entry point is? So your entry point is somewhere around the line or the zone, whichever one you decide to use. Hold on, let me go back to this. Answer all these questions real quick. Yeah, I can do that. Like, I'm gonna show you guys how to backtest. What pairs do you usually use smart money on? I use it on any pair. It doesn't matter what I'm looking at. SPX, US 30, EU, GU, any pair, doesn't matter. I'll show you guys how to do that. That's a good question. So Mr. Fierro said, do you feel that marking smart money on a higher time frame and taking a trade on a lower time frame yields a better win percentage when using other confluences as well, or does it not really matter? That was his question. So my answer to that is it doesn't really, I wouldn't say that it's gonna just because you mark it on a higher time frame but you enter on a lower time frame, it's gonna make you win more. I usually have a pretty decent win percentage just using it the way that I use it. And I've never entered on a daily. And I usually enter. So I'll mark. I'll say the main time frames that I mark smart money is 4 hour and 2 hour. So after that 4 hour and 2 hour, go down to the 1 hour maybe just to look around, and then 30-minute, 15-minute is where I'll enter. But that just because I do it like that doesn't necessarily mean that I will win more, if that makes sense. However, that's how I do it. So I do, mark it up on a higher time frame and then use it on a lower time frame. So like I said, so is like to answer like yes and no. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube. Next. Can I do this with regular candlesticks? Like where I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys like, bruh, I'm gonna show you guys how like savage this strategy is. Yeah, I'm gonna show examples. I just wanted to do this because I'm gonna screenshot this and save it. Don't the 15-minute and 30-minute trades change consistently though? I don't understand that question. I mean, every chart changes consistently. Like you could have a daily candle that closes. I mean that at one point of the day is like this, and then at the end of the day at 5 o'clock is like this, right? And left this whole wick here. So any time frame can consistently change. I mean that's what they do. They consistently change on all time frames. If you mean like is it less effective, or if it doesn't move too much, if that's your question. I mean, I don't trade on the 5-minute. The 15-minute and 30-minute I would say is really good. The 5-minute I don't like to enter on because I can't really determine certain candlestick patterns because there's so much movement back and forth. Like there's so many wicks being created. I can't really see, if there's actual exhaustion. So I'm not going to enter. Like I don't really enter off of the 5-minute. If that answers your question, sure. YouTube. How do you know where to start placing the diagram that show the percentages, etc.? Mr. Tom, yeah, Mr. Thomas. I'm not sure how to answer that question. Can you be more specific? Yes, I'm gonna get to a real chart, guys. Yes, so if I'm at if the smart money is above price, I'm gonna look for sells at that smart money area. If it's below price, I'm gonna look for buys at that area. Bank levels, I'm not sure what bank levels are. Like if you're talking about like stuff like quarter theory and stuff, because like that's kind of like the theory when it comes to like bank levels. But no, I don't really care about all that. Just to get a better understanding, when you draw mitigation lines, when you enter the market, would that be considered the zones to trade in between? Would that be the zones to trade in between? No, I'm not necessarily like. This is a perfect replica. That's why I'm gonna show you guys like back testing. Like this is a perfect like replica. Like this is a perfect situation. Like, in a real world, price is not gonna act like this. Like you're gonna have a failed zone. Like price is not just gonna be like, okay, we sold, now we can just make money and go back the opposite way and make more money and then come back the opposite way and make more money. Like it's not gonna work like that. Like, you're gonna have failed zone. That's why I don't just enter just because it's at the line. I have several other confirmations of why I would enter. Oh, okay, hold on. Thank you guys. Fib. No, I'm gonna do that. When you enter trade, how do you know for certain that the market has reversed without it hitting the stop loss? You can look for anything, like you can look for reversal patterns. That's another thing that I look for, reversal patterns. If you get a reversal pattern, that's kind of confirmation that it's reversing. That's like a really tough question. Like this is a motto that I live by when I'm trading. I don't predict what's gonna happen, right? We as traders, like a lot of people need to understand us as traders. If you want to be like a real legit trader, like we don't predict what's gonna happen. If we predicted what was gonna happen, we'd be rich already, right? I think we can all agree on that. So we are people who react to the market. So whether it hits stop loss or not, like I don't know if that's gonna happen. This is just my strategy. This is how I use it. This is how, you know, the pips we caught this week. This is what I do. The pips we caught last week. This is what I do. So that's all I'm explaining. I'm explaining you guys how smart money concept works and how I use it. Like I said, just because it does hit the zone, right, for us doesn't mean it's not going to hit stop loss. That's truly just trusting your trades, I guess. So the lines up here. So these lines right here are just to measure. Like this is just another way so you can be in a zone. Like if you want to create a smart money zone, this is what it would look like. You would use the Fibonacci to measure the last bullish candle or the last bearish candle, and you would just put a line at the 50% of the candle, and that would be your zone. Yeah, that's so true. That's like I'm telling you, I'm trying to make this. We're gonna get like past the education. Can you show some real response so we can see it before we hit stop loss? I'm gonna show it on a live chart, Mr. Nober. I think I get what you're saying, but I think you're thinking too far ahead. Just because like you're trying to almost like say like, okay, we're at a smart money zone, so like, is it gonna hit our stop loss or not? Like, we don't know that, so I can't like give you an answer to that question. But we're gonna do some live charts right now. So that's the first concept, right? The second concept, I'm gonna find it over here while we're. So your USD, I always find a lot. Oh, I wanted to save that. Hold on, because I don't want to lose that. That's a really good diagram. Y'all think that diagram was good? Was it good? Y'all want it? Y'all want it afterwards? So, oh, let me mark this too. This would be my alert. I think this is a really good picture. I like this a lot. Stop loss. Let me add some stuff real quick. We about to go to live chart right now. So SL, stop loss. Below last low. So people don't know what the last low is, so always look left. Take profit is, hold on. Damn, I keep doing that backwards. All right, so take profit is determined by structure. Me personally, I usually go for 1 to 2 risk to reward always. So take profit determined by, you can do, you know, structure. Smart money zone. Support or resistance. Retracements. I'll say measured retracement because that's when you. Bruh, can y'all hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Yes, I'm still here. Oh my God, my freaking kids. Hold on, guys. That's my kids. That's my kids. So like the Wi-Fi cutoff on my actual router, and yeah, I'm on like because I have Xfinity, so as I'm on the Xfinity Wi-Fi now. So give me 1 second real quick because I gotta go. I can't. The Wi-Fi's too slow. All right, I'm back. So yeah, my internet connection is unstable because Xfinity Wi-Fi is not the best to just be on. So why are you laughing like that, Halo? All right, so y'all get this. So I'm about to I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Wait, y'all can still hear me, right? We're still good. Yeah. It's gonna be choppy for a second. My Wi-Fi gotta turn back on. It hasn't turned back on yet. So once my Wi-Fi turns back on, it won't be as bad. But yeah. So hold on. Let me make this pretty. Okay, perfect. Let me see this Wi-Fi come back on here. That joint takes forever to turn back on. Jesus. Okay. All right, we're in business for right now. I'm waiting. Does it just cut it back off or something? So there, like, this is not even a real chart. What? What life? What life? What life? All right, so let's go to Euro USD, and I'm gonna show y'all live exactly how this works. When we get there, because I'm telling y'all, this Wi-Fi is slow. Oh, well, the TV's back on, so there it goes. All right, it's gonna cut. It might cut for a second. Oh, it didn't. All right, so we're back in business, guys. All right, so now I'm gonna show you. So you guys, so drop it before I like just go straight to like back testing. Like drop a one if you got that concept, like if you understand it. Can y'all hear me? Must still be heard? I think it's lagging because y'all. I think y'all are hearing me way late because nobody is. Okay, I said drop a one if you understand the concept that I just went over, so we can backtest it. Okay, so everybody can hear me now. Okay, I think it's catching up because like the internet was out. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So now I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I do this, right? So the first thing, like if you guys don't know how like I trade and everything, the first thing I do every week, just so like I'm not in the frame of mind from last week, like if I took any losses or whatever, it doesn't matter. I delete everything off of my chart, so I have a naked chart. It hones like it helps you increase your skill of knowing what's going on, and also helps you adjust to whatever's going on. All right, so the first thing I look for is I look for that smart money on the daily time frame. But actually, I'm not even gonna take like because we talk about how I trade. on our session. So let's just find stuff on how this works. All right, cool. I found a perfect one already. I found the perfect one already. You can, it doesn't matter what time frame you begin on. I start on higher time frame because higher time frames tell the story, so that way you can go down to the lower time frame to get your entry or to find out what you're like really trying to do. I'm not like, whatever you have learned, I'm not saying like change it or nothing, but whenever I start trading or mark up a chart, I start from the daily and I go down. Okay? So like, that's just what I do. But this is exactly how smart money works, guys. Boom. So remember, step one, find the last up candle, right? So look, this was an up candle, right? But was it the last one, right? Look how it's too close. All right. So this wouldn't be the last one. The last blue one is this one. And look, right after was an aggressive move. All right. So boom. So let's label this. All right. This is our last bullish candle, right? So this was the bullish uptrend on the daily. So it's about a couple of weeks of an uptrend, right? This was the last bullish candle, right? This was the engulfing candle that engulfed it, and this is beautiful. This is exactly how I want them to look, because it just makes it more perfect. All right, oh, y'all need me to zoom in? My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. All right, so look, this was the uptrend, right? So you look for the last up candle, which is this one. The last upward candle was the blue one. So this was the last bullish candle. All right. So then you wait for an engulfing pattern to happen. So look, this is the engulfing pattern. So remember, guys, remember the steps. So if you wrote them down, you know what I'm talking about. If you ain't write them down, you're not going to have a clue. Hold on, I'm trying to, what the heck? Oh, here it is. All right. Oh, snap. I drew that on a 30 minute. All right, so look, remember, step one, look for the last bullish candle or the last bearish candle. Step two, look for an impulse move in the opposite direction of that candle. And the impulsive move needs to create an engulfing pattern, right? So we've already created both steps on this. Oh my goodness, Halo. I will make the rice, okay? Dang, you how about you learn how to make rice, Halo? Why? I don't want to make it. All right. Okay, go back to mommy. All right, so look. Yeah, rice is life. I love rice. So look, that's the last bullish candle, right? And then it was it was engulfed. So what's the next thing we do, guys? If you were listening, what's the next thing you do? Ain't nobody know? Like, draw a line where? Come on, we gotta be specific. Well, we don't need to mark the candle. I don't know why we'd be marking it. Draw the line at the open. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. So at the open of the bullish candle. So we know that the open of the bullish candle is at the bottom, right? Because this is the candle, the last candle that we're looking for. Oops. So I'm gonna delete this because I don't like it. So that's our candle right there. That blue candle right there, exactly where I have that draw a line at the high and low. No. Place a line at the open of a candle. Come on, guys. Stay with me. All right, look. So we're going to draw the line right there. Okay? So you see it? We drew a line, right? So now that we've drawn that line, right, we know where prices obviously. So I'm gonna mark this up a little bit so I can like tell y'all like exactly like how I would enter this. So you get like the full gist of everything. So let's see, what else would I? So that looks like it's probably like the 618. Yep. So I'm just marking up confirmations on why, because we're going to go down to a lower time frame. I'm going to show you exactly how I would have entered this. So actually, I'm gonna start like this. Oops, that's the wrong thing. No, it's not always on the daily. I'm just doing it because like that, I found one already. So that's why I'm marking it up on this time frame. Where is it? Bar replay. There it is. All right. So that's how our pattern looks right now, right? Like pretend all this other stuff doesn't exist. I mean, the trend line you can put there. So you can put that there. So this is how our pattern looks, right? So I would literally do exactly like so. It's not going to let me put an alert because you can't put an alert in replay mode. But boom, I might put it. I'm not going to put it like right up on the line because I don't want to have to try to like rush to my computer or something. So I'll put it like a little below, something like right there. That's my alert. All right, so we're pretending that's an alert. I drew the fib there because that was from the hot. This is an uptrend, so that would be the retracement as well. So this is how it looks, right? This is what you've looked at. We're on day, we're on June 14th. That's what June 14th ended, right? So we know that when price comes back, we're gonna try to enter somewhere at that line, right? So boom, 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 boom. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of booms. So let's just let's get to it. Right, and look, you see how it got close? Like you don't enter unless it's there, okay? Okay, boom. So here we are. So now, that's where, okay, price cross. Let's just pretend price like slowly crossed, and then we started looking at it, right? So we're like, okay, price is crossing our area. What do we got to do? We're going to look for certain candlestick patterns. We're going to look for everything so we know when to enter. So now this is where I will go. Let me mark. Let me do. Halo, stop yelling. This doesn't equal anything. It's not significant for use. You don't have to use it. I'm just doing that so I'll be able to find where we were. Okay. So now cool. So we're here. This is where we are. Hold on. Let me give me 1 second, y'all. We in the kitchen. I gotta throw some rice on real quick. Because it's the only thing my wife can't cook. Okay. Health tip of the day, guys. Health tip, y'all, man, y'all always be laughing at me on these calls. Y'all need to stop. The rice gotta cook, Halo. Why y'all crying? It's not even cooked. It's hard. Health tip of the day: don't eat white rice. Is not good. It's bleached. Yeah, she's very persistent, man. Like she will not leave me alone. Are y'all laughing with me? All right, bet. All right, look. So we on the lower time frame. So look, now I'm gonna look for my. She is hungry. It is late. It's like 9:30, but she just ate at like 5. Like she ate a sandwich. Be like all hungry. My kids are like fat. Oh, here's another thing. Yeah, I guess not enough. Maybe. I don't know. It is 9:30. But my kids are like late bloomers. But look, this would be what? The rice is being made. It's on the stove. It's gotta boil, Halo. Jeez, y'all hear her? Y'all hear like she literally just came back after I just told her it's cooking. What the heck? She hangry. Yes, she's hangry, bruh. Like we always be on my sessions cracking up, man. Y'all, every session, I don't know, one of the kids got to be awake. Actually, I think on Friday all the kids were asleep. When I did Friday's London session, all the kids were asleep. Man, but these kids always awake, bruh. Always, like, how is that bother me? She not starving. Don't say that. Y'all gonna make it sound like I'm a bad dad. She not starving. So look, let's stop. Let's get back to it. Like, look, so this would be like another confirmation. That's why I'm drawing it there. So like, we have that as a zone, right? So that was our smart lending. Ugh. Oh, I also wanted to draw this real quick too, to show you guys like how you can. So I guess I shouldn't use that color. So how you guys can also use, if you measure that candle too, right? And then you do it exactly how I show. Like if you want to do it like this, where's the 50? Right there. All right, so in between here will be like your little smart money zone. Right, so let's go back to the 4 hour. So we're here. So inside of our smart money zone, once we had candlestick patterns, and like I see that happen on the 4 hour, but let's see what happened on the 2 hour. Okay, so on the 2 hour we had an we had an engulfing pattern. I don't really like that one though, just because it's not even an engulfing pattern. So let's go to, but you can kind of say that's a tweezer top. I would say that's a tweezer top. So, but it didn't create, I think that's a bullish. Oh, it did create a red candle, but I don't like the way it looks. So I would just keep going down to the lower time frame. So look, let's say like when price actually got there, let's say price was right. Let's say price was right here. Oops, it went back too far. All right, so let's speed up. Boom. So price hits there, right? We know that, it maybe you would have entered on a 30-minute. What? The rice is being made. Go sit down. The market opens up at 5. So look. Oh, is it too small? Whoa, I did not know I could stretch the. What, bruh? I just stretched the whole chat box. I did not know I could do that. What? No, go ask mommy. I already made y'all rice. All right, look. So I'm trying to make it bigger for y'all. I want y'all to be able to see like everything. So, but I think y'all understand like where we're at. So this was our smart money zone, right? That the fib is like our the fib is like a confirmation. So that's why that's there. It's not there for any other reason. So don't like, we're just gonna delete it. How about that? That's what we're gonna do. Don't worry about the trend line either. We're not worried about that. We're worried about what's in our smart money zone. So, we come through, boom, we have another push up, right? I wouldn't just enter just because that left a long wick, right? If it gave us some type of confirmation on a lower time frame, I would have entered. So, we can go to the 30-minute, like all it did was wick. That's all it did. It didn't give, ooh, what just happened? I guess it can't go that far back. Dang, what in the world? I did, Halo. It's on the stove. Yo, what just happened? Bruh. Nah, it's because undo's not gonna make it go back. Because it went back to where price actually is. Hold on, I gotta, dang. Y'all distracting me, kids. All right, so right here. All right, let's go back down. So we can't back test it on the 15-minute. Y'all are funny. All right, look. So let's speed this up. Okay, look. So I went too fast. All right, so look. So we're here right now. right? I think we were able to go down to a 30-minute. So let's look at the 30-minute because that's the candle that I will really enter on anyway. So I'm gonna give you guys exactly what I would do. All right. So we knew our smart money zone was here. You know, we marked it up. Next candle, boom, that candle pushes up. Next candle creates that. That's an inverted. So if you guys remember, you have the inverted hammer right here. That's what it created. All right. So an inverted hammer. Oh, I'm sorry. Not an inverted hammer. A hanging man. I'm on the wrong side. A hanging man. So a hanging man is a bearish candlestick pattern. Right. So we'll go back. I'm like, okay, hanging man pattern. I'm going to start looking for my sells. Or I might count that as a evening star if it creates the next few things that I need. So boom, which it didn't. All right. So it gives us a shooting star as well. When it wicks up a lot like that it's starting to vector. So that's showing buyer exhaustion. So I already would have had like five confirmations already. All right. And then once I got something like that, boom. Okay, so right here is about where I would have entered. My picture would have looked exactly like such. So we probably would have risked about 30 pips. Unless, again, I'm thinking about here. On the 15-minute, you probably could have entered somewhere higher. That's the goal. But you want to enter, so anywhere over here. So, and you want to put your stop loss above your wrist, which would have been like, I would have did 30 pips even. All right. And then I would, take profit would have been, 30, most likely 50 pips. So a little bit less than 1 to 2. So it would have been something like this. And then let's go. Dang, is this the one we were just looking at? Oh yeah, that's why I was looking at it like that. So this one, so us looking at this on a smaller, again, I don't trade on the daily time frame. That's why I'm messing up. Because you're on a daily time frame, if you're gonna use this as your smart money, it needs to be above this high. So that's where we're messing up at. I'm like, there's no way. I saw it work perfectly. But look, so this is how it's supposed to work. So even if you'll find your entry inside of here. So this is what we're gonna do because we can't explain it on that small time frame, on this high time frame, because that's throwing me off. All right, let's look for smart money right here. Ooh, 4 hour. Let me see. Did it go up that? No. All right. So we'll use this one, but remember, so the rule was what? If we go back to that picture, that don't happen to me. I don't know if it happens to y'all. Remember, the stop loss has to be below the last high. So wherever you marked the smart money zone, you mark it. Your stop loss is above that high. So if you did it exactly like such over here, right, when we were doing it, just like this. Oops, we said 50. It was probably about right there. And if you found your entry wherever, it doesn't matter, inside here, you're to put your stop loss above here. So don't worry about the pip count. It's because we're on a daily time frame. I'm not entering on a daily time frame, to let you know as well. So you enter like that. You find your entry somewhere inside of there by looking at a lower time frame, probably like the 4 hour or 2 hour. And then boom, boom, boom. And that's how it's supposed to happen. Now, I saw this one as a really good one too, because even when it drops, another good rule is that the smart money line or smart money zone area, whatever you want to call it, is always valid until it gets broken. So like pretend that this is a resistance now. That's how you use it. So you can come back and keep catching those wick entries. Wick entry, right? You're literally catching, like up here you went down 100 pips. You came back and caught another 100 pips. All right, you came back, you caught another 100 pips. You came back, you caught 200 pips. Oh yeah, my bad. No, it's not that somebody said it would work better on a lower time frame. It's not that it will work better on a lower time. It's because the way I'm trying to, it's because I found this perfect one, right? Because this is a perfect example of it. Like back testing this is a perfect example. So I was trying to show y'all like what candlestick patterns I would enter on the 30-minute, not realizing that the stop loss is supposed to be above that high. So we're on a daily trying to do this. So I'm gonna find another example on a lower time frame so I can show you exactly like how I do it. But this is how the concept would work, right? You put a line there, right? You wait for price to come back here, it wicks it, right? You see like this one, you know, it shot up a little bit, but your stop loss is way up here. So if we did that in comparison to like 20, 30 pips, this would have literally been like 5 pips. And like I said, sometimes it happens. Like you're not always gonna get those. Give an imperfect example. The market isn't perfect. Yeah, I'm about to do a 1 hour time frame, and we're gonna find smart money there because that's gonna be easier to give y'all like the full like. Because I know y'all probably like, man, Damo don't know what he talking about. He just hit stop loss. But look. So look, this is how it will work, right? This is how it looks. Like boom, boom, wick, drop. Like that's exactly how it works. So look, we're gonna go down to the 1 hour. We're gonna find smart money. Like it's gonna be easy. So let's just find something, anything. It don't matter. That's not engulfing. Oh, let me exit this too, because we don't need this yet. Let me zoom out first because I found a whole bunch. Like I want to say that was like last week, like way back here though. Yeah, like way over here. This one didn't hit. This one, so another rule I was gonna say is don't try to do the ones like in the middle. Like you see how this drop, like you want a really aggressive drop and then you want price to come back, like give you a decent pullback. Like these ones in between, like I don't enter them because like they could fake you out, but like the same concept is still there. You know, you put a line here, wicks it. But I'm trying to find y'all a perfect example. Oh, that's why I'm tripping because like we're not even where I want to be. I'm not looking to like I'm not worrying about marking up charts, guys. We're just trying to find an example. It's not golfing. Back testing is not fun. Here would be an example that failed. So like I told you, they're not always perfect. All right, so look, you would have marked your smart money here. Well, also this is a 4 hour too, so it actually depends on how many pips you're trying to catch, right? Because it did come back. Like you see, that's where it wicked, and then it did drop for for 80 pips. So like, if you weren't happy with your 80 pips, but then here's where like if you had put your line here, right, it wicked to get you in the first time, but then when it came back, right, it went past because your stop loss would have been here. So it would have failed there. But it also created a new one. Let's do like this because sometimes, yep. All right, this is the beauty of it. Okay. So sometimes it might take forever, but as long as like another thing that I what in the world? Another thing that I do, like I won't move a smart money line like you see how this one's way over here? Obviously, like this is June and it didn't hit it until September. So, but look, like this is exactly how the concept works. Like, boom, there's our smart money. Price comes to it, wicks it to a T, drops. Like, I'm trying to find. I want to find a buy. That's what I've been looking for. And this is like added. This is you're gonna add these. Are there any questions in the Q&A? Yes, exactly. Money, money, money. Hello? All right, so I'm still trying to find one. This man, I found a whole bunch the last time I marked up on EU. Let me try doing this. Oh, I was trying to answer the Q&A real quick. No. How do we know it will be the last bullish candle? That's why you're not because you're waiting for the last bullish candle. So it's it's fairly simple to know like that's the last one. No, you can't. The replay button you can't use unless you have it's actually I think you can use it on the higher time frames. No, smart money is not just for long-term trading. All you guys think I'm a scalper, not. I mean a swing trader, not. Oh, do some of y'all need to take a picture of the screenshot? Here, I'll just do this. All right, so I answered all the Q&A. There. So now you can have it. Like you just take it, just use it. That was the rules. Damn, we were in 2 hours already. I'm not even like I haven't even scratched the surface on like the whole smart money. I'm just right now I'm just trying to show y'all. No, I just put it on. It's just boring. Oh, I don't burn rice. You can't do it. I think you did it. These kids bad, y'all. All right, look. So come on, let's find. We gotta find something so I can show y'all on the 1 hour how to execute it perfectly. Okay, here's one. This is like the most decent one that we found so far. All right, so we're right here, right? So the last push up, right, creates an engulfing pattern. We put a line at our candle, all right? So yes, it broke over here, but our trade would have won. So the entry would have been somewhere, what? No. No, why are you touching like that? It wasn't on. You put your stop above the high, so it would have been about 25 pips. All right, if you're me, you go for 1 to 2 times risk, or you can go 1 to 1, whatever, whichever one you would have wanted to do. Actually, this one would have went 20 pips in profit. Oh no, it didn't go 20 pips because I go break even after 20 pips, but so it never would have came back. So look, you did 1 and 2 times risk, or you could have done structure. Structure would have been super easy. Like you see, there's a bunch of support here, so you could just write it down to the support. As long as you're doing 1 to 1 risk, you're good. Don't do anything less than 1 to 1 risk. So, so that would have been TP1. Let's say that's TP1. Okay, I'll zoom in. Hold on. Is that better? Can you guys see it? Like, okay. Ooh, that's too much. All right, so look. So our smart money candles here, our smart money pattern. All right. Plus or minus with all of your other confirmations. If you use it how I use it, I use no less than 4 confirmations. Right. So where's my bar replay tool? So all right, so this is what we're looking at, just like this. This is how price will look. Right. Pretend that doesn't exist. Right. So we know that price did exactly what we needed to do. Right, created that pattern for us. So when price comes back around, right? I forgot we forgot our alert. We're gonna miss it. Here's our alert. So, we start looking at it. Obviously, it didn't even respect our alert. Take this out. All right, so we know, so I'm gonna go back. This candle right here, and we're gonna go to a lower time frame, 30 minute. Right, so this is what the candle looks like. It hasn't touched our line. It has to touch the line across it. So I wouldn't say it's a retest, but boom. So right here we get a shooting star or hammer or whatever you want to call it. All right. So that tells me that there's still bullish movement. So we want to make sure that gets exhausted. So you're seeing a lot of exhaustion. All the wicks that are going up there like that. I see this evening star formed. So after that evening star form right there, my entry probably would have been down here. Not probably, it would have been down there. I don't like to risk any more than 30, so I would have evened out at 30. Boom. And let's see, price did go, I think price only went like 11 pips in profit. So I don't go break even until 20 pips in profit, or if I'm trading indices, like if it's SPX 50, if it's US 30, 300. So boom. This would also, if you go to a lower time frame, that'd have been another place you could have entered because it tapped your smart money line again. No. And win. So that's how the smart money concept works. And then I saw it come back. So like I was telling y'all, it doesn't stop. Wait, did it come? It did. I thought I saw it come back. Yeah, it does come back. Just take it off. It's done. So right there, that's what I was trying. I knew I saw it. So if you would have went to an even lower time, so let's go back here, because remember, it doesn't like this smart money line. You don't have to delete it until price has passed this. So we did see that price did pass it, but it didn't pass it yet, right? So boom, we're gonna that must have been news or something. That would not have given you time to enter. Let's go down to 30 minutes. See if we would even have time to enter that. It's not going to let us go on the 15, so the 15 maybe. Boom, 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 boom. Well, I'm scared to see what's going to happen. Yeah, you would have had to like enter on the 5 minute or something. Like, I don't know what happened on that day, but you see the bank shot the markets up really aggressively and then dropped it. So, and it hit right at your smart money. Like, even if you would have kept holding this trade, like, that would have been another extra, like, 50 pips. Almost. Yeah, like, almost an extra 50 pips that you caught just from continuing to hold it. Actually, way more than 50 pips. Shoot, that's a lot. 130. But do y'all get it? So, and look, it came back. So now this one, you probably could have, on a 15-minute for sure, because of how slow it's moving, you could have entered that again right at that line. Right here at this line. And you would have caught another 30 pips. Yeah, you can scalp. I mean, I used to scalp, but I hate scalping because you have to stay on the charts like 24/7. So. But once it closes like this over your smart money line, I would delete it. Like, I wouldn't even worry about that anymore. You see, it went past it. Let me see if I can find another one. I'm gonna try to find one really quick, and then the other stuff we're gonna have to learn on another day, because this has already been 2 hours. Yeah, this is perfect. All right, so we're on a 30-minute. So look, we're on a 30-minute now, looking for smart money. So here's our smart money. Right here. You would have waited till price got down there. It wicked over here. So on a lower, like if I started on the 30-minute, then I would have went down to the 5 at least. We would have entered for a buy somewhere around that line. Stop loss below. This is one of those perfect ones. But I would never risk 3 pips. So I definitely would have risked at least like 10 at least. That's way too low. Oh, that one. See, that one would have lost. And that's the ones you have to be careful for. So let's see. Let's go. Let's see if we can. I don't think it worked on the 15-minute. Oh, it did. All right, so let's look at this. Let's see if we would have actually entered this. I know we can't go to a 5-minute. So if this is where our smart money line was, all right, we got this wick. But look, came back. So that's a failed pattern. We got this. There's no pattern here. All right. I also don't have any other confirmations besides maybe it's a zone. So as soon as like this would have happened, like I would have entered. So, so this is a good example. It came back. And if it comes back through on the other side, I'm not using it. It doesn't matter. Like even if the one we had over here, I'm not using it again. I'm gonna wait for price to create imbalance or something. It's automatically invalid when it's broken. Automatically, you don't trade it anymore. When it's broken, you don't trade it. You don't use it anymore. Go to another pair and find more. So do y'all understand that? Do y'all get it? Do y'all? Hold on. Where's my chart? Oh, there it is. Good. All right, so look, I'm gonna show y'all this one really quick. Let's see if I can. Oh, I saw it on here. Yo, price made it up there. Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are we gonna try to trade some crypto? Look at that exhaustion. All right, so look. This might be a live trade, by the way. Wait, where was our smart money? Hold on. What time frame was it? What the heck? Was it on the daily? Bruh. Why did I put that line there? Oh, I know why I put that line there. I know I put that line there. Because this was the zone. So, because the smart money is over here. So this is actually live, guys. So hold on. Yes, I believe it's on the daily. Just trying to find it real quick. Where was it? Not on the daily. 4 hour? Yo, where the heck was this thing at? Do y'all see it? Y'all just learned the strategy. Do y'all see the line? Where is it? Where's the smart money? Oh, I see it. Okay, it's right here. This one. That was the closest one that I could find. So that one right there. Let's see, was there any more? Because we might enter this. If y'all want to make some money on the weekend. If y'all about that life. I feel like that's too high. There's too much structure here, but it could push up that high. No problem. Yeah, that might push up. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna see what happens. Like, I haven't traded crypto. Like, I haven't sent a crypto trade out in like forever. Forever and ever and ever. All right. Wait, did my wife? Yeah, she took the rice off. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna let that. I wanna see and watch this, see what happens. Not I'm not gonna watch it. I mean like well that's okay. So the thing I was gonna talk to you guys about, like I'll talk to you real quick and then and then I'm gonna cut the recording and then we can kind of like vibe for a little bit. So look, this is the other concept to learn. All right, so whenever you have double bottoms, triple bottoms, stuff like this, you know, I want to find a really good example. Oh, here's a perfect trap. This trap is like undeniably perfect. Undeniably perfect. This is called the smart money trap, okay? This is gonna be the last thing I teach you guys real quick, just so because like I know like we've been on here for a minute, and then we're gonna vibe for a little. Because my wife is still cooking. All right, so look, smart money right here. All right, hold on, I'm gonna delete everything. So look, you find your smart money, right? So remember, open is the line is at the open. It's the last upward candle for the drop, right? So that's our smart money. So we know smart money is there, right? But this is another concept. Like this is added. Like I don't need to add this, but this is like just to get you to understand it more, right? So when you create these double bottoms, these double tops, like you know who retail traders, us, but retail traders who only trade technical analysis, they're gonna be like, okay, hey, this is a nice zone, right? You know, boom, it created a double top, a triple top, a quadruple top. Like I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna enter my sells, and what they're gonna do is all those people are gonna put their stops above. They're gonna look left. They're gonna put their stops above the high. All right. So we're gonna pretend that's like right here. Right. So that red arrow is the imaginary stop losses that are there. Right. This is how the banks work. I have my imaginary stop losses there. It's called a smart money trap. Like it's super easy to get, like to not pay attention to this. And this is why I don't just trade technical analysis anymore. So in between, in that green box is liquidity. This is where all the money is just sitting. Like banks are just like, banks can't, like a lot of people are like, oh, the banks are after me and blah, blah, blah. Banks can't see directly where you are, but banks can see when there's a whole bunch of entries in that area, right? So they see like a billion people, like all, you know, trying to do like a triple bottom or triple top or something like that, right? Because you got 1, 2, 3. Like a lot of people are going to enter here, put their stop losses below the last high, because like this doesn't confirm that. Like the first one doesn't confirm that it's a double. This one will confirm that it's a triple top. So people will put theirs above here, right? Or if they're smart, they'll put it up here. Well, a lot of people are greedy. They're not trying to risk a whole lot. So they're going to put it right here, especially the people right here that entered off of this tap. They're going to put their stop loss above there. So when they do that, all they're doing is creating a bunch of liquidity, like so. So liquidity is money, which is why we put the money symbols there. All right, that's all money. So what happens directly right after that, like once you created a zone like this, right, you're getting your hopes up. You're like, oh man, you know, cool. I went in profit like, 30 pips or whatever. Oh, that's 100. So I went in profit 100 pips, but I know it's going to drop. That's the greedy in you talking, like you're just holding and like, oh, it came back. I'm going to keep holding. So this is what happens. Boom, you get that FU candle. We call it a FU candle because like literally it's like saying screw you. But you can also see there's smart money like chilling right up here. Right? So this is a smart money trap. All right. So there's a lot of people get caught up in these, right? Sometimes there might not even be, like this for it to go to, but there's a lot of times that is there. But sometimes you'll just create this, right? And then this will happen. So you also got to watch out because all you're doing when you create double bottoms and triple bottoms, or whenever you create, because here's another good example. Let me see if it worked here. I'm gonna show you guys. It would be happening right now. So, all right. So this. Okay, I know some of you may be new, some of you may not be, but what is this? What's going on right here in this little square? Somebody let me know. What's happening right there? Exactly, consolidation. So when you're consolidating, all you're creating is a whole big old zone of money, right? That's all you're doing, right? So it's creating this huge zone. Like there's a bunch of money just sitting here because it's ranging, right? So we're going back and forth, but we're not doing anything, right? So we get that big aggressive drop. So here would be another example, like prices up there right now of the markets coming back, right? They came here to grab some money. They came back here to grab, because like, look, they came here, they grabbed the money out of this, where all the liquidity was, right? Boom, they dropped the market heavy. Came back, got some more money, dropped the market again. Now they're back up there. Now, what do you think is going to happen? Bro, we're gonna drop the market again. Oh yeah, that is a long. Wow. Holy crap. Bro, how long is that wick? My lord. Bro, that's a 300 pip wick. Shoot, that's why I don't trade cryptos like that. Man, they are freaking wild. But look, so anyway, so back here, so that's another like thing to look out for. But this is like exactly how it works. Exactly to a T. You get consolidation or you get double bottoms or double tops, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna enter because it's a double bottom or a double top. I got my M, my W, whatever you got, right? And then you may have caught a few pips, but then this is what happens. Boom, wicks you out, FU candle, and then it literally drops the market right after that. Because what it did, the banks came and they took all of the liquidity that was sitting there. They literally wicked it enough either to get to the smart money or they wicked it enough to take everybody out that was right here with their stops so easy to get to, right? And then drop the market. That's how you know the banks were involved into like a major move. Yeah, so if you start using smart money, like you'll start seeing the traps. Like that's like I don't get sucked in those traps. I mean, I guess I still have gotten stuck in traps like here and there, but I don't get stuck in traps like that. Like because it's too easy to see. Like if you see that, like that's easy. Like this is a bunch of liquidity. So we know we're gonna stay away until we see this happen. And if we find smart money, we know we're not entering here just because it's there. Like we're gonna enter here. We're gonna catch the real money, and we're gonna catch it like boom, like wick entry, like sniper god. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can use this on any time frame. Me personally, I don't use it past like the 15. I mean the 30 minute. Heck yeah, pew pew, man. Like, shoot, y'all don't know what pew pew is. I'm telling y'all, pew pew. Actually, what did we call out this week? The first trade of the week we called out. I know we called out USD JPY. So I'm gonna show y'all like. Let's go back to. Oh, my chart's still there. Oh, perfect. All right, hold on. Bro, I'm about to get that. I'm about to get that freaking tattoo too. Let's get that tattoo together. Oh my god, here it is, bro. This is textbook. Like we didn't bag the whole move. Like you see, like we didn't bag the whole move. The whole move was to catch like 200. But look, bro, it's literally this simple. Smart money candles right here. Boom. You could have entered there off the wick. We entered over here, and we entered off of this wick right here. I think we entered on the 30-minute time frame. Boom, entered that, gave us TP1. Boom. And I'm sure, like if I would have looked deeper, let's see. That one's not bad. Let's go up a time frame. So. I was gonna say like it probably went for smart money. I just don't see it yet. Because that's not good. I don't like that one. I'm trying to find a really good one. Since we're gonna have some people in the 30-minute. See, look, this is a 30-minute, and like that, like in this situation, I might have looked at the 30-minute. Like if we wicked like that and came back down, I'd have been like, I would have found like why we missed that move. Oh, you love UJ? Man, I hate UJ. Like I'm surprised UJ even gave us pips that day. Sure, I hate UJ that much. But look, like y'all see what I'm saying? Like, look, like this stuff is too easy. Like you're literally like doing a few steps, boom, find a place to enter right there. And look at that. If you would have entered there, my God. Like that's like freaking what, like what is that, 200 pips? Enter somewhere up there. Ooh, it was like 160. So like, it's that simple. See, we caught the smart money here, rolled it up, and then you could have caught the smart money down. Boom. See what I'm saying? Like, it's super easy. Super simple, guys. All I did was give you 3 steps that you have to do, and I just told you how to stay away from traps. All right. So, like, boom, like that's it. 3 steps. Last upward candle, engulf, put a line at the open, wick. Like, put an alert right there, wick. And we entered down here, so like we were riding up anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, smart money is like where it's at. I mean, I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna knock anybody's strategy, but like add this to your arsenal. I promise you're gonna like be profitable. I promise. The engulfing candle is right. I mean, it's right here. Oh crap! I went too far. See the blue candle, and then it engulfed. Right, because look, and like people will be like, "Oh, what about that one up there?" But look how it stayed up here. That wasn't the last. I'm gonna rephrase this too. It's the last upward candle before the major move. So if you know this is the last candle, right, and this is the major move, right? You see, if you would have done this one, that wasn't the major move. Like it came right back up. And even if you did look if you did this one though, like. Even if you would have been like, okay, that's smart money, so let's put a line there. Like, bruh, it still hit it. Like, pop, drop. You know what I mean? Like, it's super simple. Like, you just gotta figure out. The only ones like you don't enter ones in the middle of the major move. Like this, clearly you would have lost. But that, yes. Golden cupcakes. So do y'all get it? Do y'all get it? Do y'all understand? Like, do y'all understand smart money? You have a better understanding? All right, so that means you need to hop on more sessions. And we're going to get you to understand it. You're going to get this, I promise. Smart money is love. Y'all are typing so much I can't even read. Hold on. Yeah, I explained it on my sessions, but I go a lot quicker. I don't like, we took 2 hours to go in depth. Like, I don't explain like that on the sessions. Bet we're gonna have more sessions. Y'all know what y'all, hey, look, I'll start doing stuff on Saturday if we get like, we need to get more and more people on here. Like, we gotta start. If y'all like this, first off, if y'all like this, drop a 2. If y'all feel like y'all got a lot of information, drop a 2. All right. So look, we need to have way more people on. I'm not trying to say smart money is the best strategy out there, but like it's so simple if you just learn it and you add it to your confirmations. Golden. So like, hold up. Let me